Welcome. There's probably hundreds of different reasons why people play music, not the least of which is just because it's fun. I've come over the years to appreciate moments where the soul energy is awakened in a piece of music. It's kind of been the thing I've been bird dogging for the longest time. How can I have this mountaintop experience of the chill up the spine, the connection to heaven, being in the company of angels? How can that be brought into the music every single time? One of the things that has brought that forward and increased it dramatically has been the work that I've done as a choir director the last year and a half. It's kind of interesting. I started in the instrumental world, and now I'm finding my way to lyrics and chanting and singing. It's probably the most accessible thing. You don't have to buy an instrument to learn to sing. And I'm working on a series now that would help people actually from ground zero. If they've never sung before, they can't match a note, they have no sense of rhythm, how could they train their voice so they could have that soul experience? It opens up the power center, gives people inner strength. It can be used for healing, especially for an individual, because your voice tones have a tremendous impact on your cellular structure and the DNA in your body. So I'm working on that, and there'll be an announcement when that's available. The one thing that I wanted to share with you in this short video is turning out to be the most simple thing and the most profound thing. And again, like the voice, it's absolutely readily available today, tomorrow, forevermore. Okay. And that is to say, in the study of Tai Chi Gung, one of the things that we learn to do is we learn to breathe the chi, or the life force, and we learn to move in a way that is pleasing to nature, and we learn to connect. So I've spoken before about the figure 8. The idea is that you give energy and you receive it back. And that principle is like front and center in the book by James Redfield, The Celestine Prophecy. It's been out for a good 20 years or so. When it came out, my Tai Chi Gung master and myself, it was kind of like our textbook for our private classes. For almost 3 or 4 months, we would talk about principles and how things in that book are expanded and multiplied and intensified with Tai Chi Gung training. So simply put, when you go into nature with reverence and you give energy to nature, energy is returned back to you. There's a reciprocation, right? That's the law of attraction. As you give, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. That whole thing. But you can do it in real time, right? And it is magnified when your awareness of the present is expanding. So meditation in the lamasery in Tibet is taught in a very simple way. You learn to listen. Meditation is listening. So if you learn to listen in the present moment, and that present moment begins to expand in balance, the power comes and that connection comes. So you can do it with nature, certainly. You can do it with another human being. You go to a concert, it's wonderful music. The soul of the performer is obviously flowing out without being blocked. We call that being talented or charismatic. And then it resonates with a memory we've had, or we actually are sensitive to the soul energy. We decide to love back, and it crescendos, and there's 5,000 people in the audience, and all of a sudden everyone is participating in the quality of that soul energy. There's not a dry eye in the house. So we experience this many, many times. The process of being able to have that at the drop of a hat on any day, in any moment, is available to you. The thing that you learn to do is you learn to train yourself to go to the source directly. A lot of people say, well, I can't feel the life force unless it comes through my significant other. They kind of have these rules. I can't feel the life force except through my mom, or through the sun, or through the moon, or through being out in nature. That's the only way that I can get it, right? So in the study of Tai Chi Gung, it's kind of interesting because the original Tai Chi Gung master spent many decades meditating and doing Tai Chi Gung in nature, at near sea level, where he was surrounded by the life force of a tropical rainforest. And then he went into the Himalayas, where it was nearly above tree line, and the support of that rainforest wasn't there. He learned how to bring forth that life force from inside, right, through the connection to the chi that was even beyond nature. So in the study of Tai Chi Gung, you learn to embrace nature, but you also learn how to connect to the life force that is beyond nature, beyond the breath, for example, beyond your environment. It's an amazing discipline. It's been around for over 3,000 years, taught from teacher to student in an unbroken lineage. Nobody's messed with it. It's just really profound. So the easiest way to explain it for me with music is that when I go to play my instrument or sing, certain times I really express it as a prayer. So I'm going to the divine and I'm expressing it as a prayer with the full expectation that a figure eight will be established. And it's kind of interesting how it works. Ego has to be set aside. Doubt has to be set aside. You can't block it with your intellect. You have to approach it, not accidentally, with the innocence of a child. And it's an amazing discipline. It's an amazing way to get a perspective on how things are going in your spiritual life. And I've come to appreciate it very deeply, very deeply. It began with the Tai Chi Gung exercises, really. And you can try a class for free if you'd like. Go to the website and you'll be able to register for a class. I send you a digital card, and that's good for a class anytime for the next 30 days. Appreciate your time. If you have any questions, drop me a note. I'd be happy to answer whatever I can. Thank you.